Should be coming in any second now. All right. Should be coming in. I always do that. Sorry about that. Okay, so welcome everybody. Wait, where am I? Twitch. Well, hopefully no one comments on Twitch because I can't figure that out, and I don't want to spend any time figuring it out. But the YouTube people, if you got a comment or anything, just drop it in the chat and I will get to it. And let's go ahead and get going. Why this is driving me crazy. Sorry, I'm one of those people that's got to figure figure stuff out. And I did figure it out. All right, there's Twitch's chat. I'm still new to Twitch. I'm still new to all this. So I appreciate everyone's patience in general. All right, good to go now. So I hope everybody's doing good. Happy Saturday to you all. Happy weekend. Let's pick up where we left off last week. Last week we were looking at this Bach Chorales. Let's put this here. And I like looking at those because they are excellent examples of harmony and melody and part writing, which are important things for music and for me. So let's see here. So basically they're 4-part harmony, meaning there's a bass, tenor, alto, soprano, voice. And what we had talked about last week was breaking it down, playing just the bass part, playing just the tenor part, playing just the alto part, playing just the soprano part, and then singing just the bass part, singing just the tenor part, singing just the alto, singing just the soprano. When you can sing what you are playing on your instrument, you internalize it that much better, and you just get much better at music. Singing is very, 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 very important in music. It's first instrument, right? Is our voice. So let's see here. So then we would, for example, sing the bass part and play the tenor, alto, and soprano on the piano. And then we would sing the tenor part and play the bass, the alto, and soprano on piano. And then we would sing the alto and play the bass, tenor, and soprano on piano. And then we would sing the soprano and play the bass, tenor, and alto on the piano. So that's an excellent way to internalize the music. When you can sing and play your instrument at the same time. At the very end of last week, we talked about transposing. So sometimes things may fall out of your vocal range. In that case, either take the music up an octave or take the music down an octave. And even if it doesn't fall outside of your vocal range, it's still a great practice to do that, to just play the same piece in as many registers as your instrument allows. It's a great way for us to hear different parts of the music that we may not have heard before, and it's a great way for us to just familiarize ourselves with sound. Obviously, when we've got our singing voice, men, for example, sing lower than women. So men are going to relate to a piece in a certain register in a different way than a woman may relate to it, because it's in a different register, right? So by playing in these different registers, you can kind of come at the music in a more in more than one way. And the last thing that I wanted to talk about in regards to coming at the music in more than one way is transposition. So in our equal temperament, also known as 12-tone temperament, we've got 12 different keys available to us. So if something is written like the chorale that I was looking at last time, it's written in A, right? So what part of the learning process is moving that to a new key. And we can do this a whole bunch of different ways. You can either just move it up chromatically, right? You hear what I'm doing? Just going up, whoops, just going up this, the diatonic scale chromatically. So if it starts on A, next one is A sharp, then B, then C. That's a good way to transpose. Another thing that you can do is, let's start on A. Where are we? Oh yeah. Now let's move it up a minor third, right? So minor third from A would be C. So now our new key is going to be C. Minor third up from C is going to be E flat. Minor third up from E flat is going to be what? F sharp or G flat. And then a minor third up from F sharp or G flat is going to bring us back home to A. Now obviously I'm just playing the first three chords, but you should play the entire piece. So that was going up in minor thirds. Another great way to transpose is to just go up in whole steps. So if we start off in A, our whole step up from A is going to be B major. So we got B. I did that twice. Whole step up from B major is going to be C sharp major. So let's hear that. Whole scale up from C sharp is going to be D sharp. Whole step up from D sharp is going to be F. So let's hear that. Whole step up from F is G. Let's do that. There we go. Whole step up from G is A, bringing us back home. So transposing in whole steps is a great way to do it. And another, probably the most common way, is to go in, you can either go in fourths or in fifths. So for example, let's go fourths up. So if we got A, fourth up from A would be D. So let's go to D. Fourth up from D would be G. So let's go to G. Fourth up from G would be C. So here we go. Keep doing that. And on and on. The thing about fourths is that pattern itself will take us directly through all 12 keys. The other patterns, if we move to minor thirds, we would have to then, after we complete that cycle, go move it up a half step and go. And then keep going up a half step. And so on and so forth until we get to all 12 keys. That's the important part. The order that you modulate, it's fun to just try out different things. But the important part is to get them into all 12 keys. And like I was saying earlier, my voice is a very specific way. So if I'm playing something and then I shift it just a whole step up, it's going to sound completely different to my ears, and it's going to feel completely different. And that feeling is what I'm going to take when I'm away from my instrument and I'm hearing music and I'm curious about how that music works. Does that make sense to everybody? I hope it does. I want to remember the feeling of the feeling and the sound of a certain key. So then when I'm out, and I don't have an instrument on me and I hear a song that I like, I'll be like, what are they doing there? And then I can start to analyze it on the spot. It's just another form of ear training, which is really what it's all about. And I hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, let me know. I think I'll leave it at that. And as always, join me next Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. If anybody's interested in lessons, I offer 100% money back guarantee. So you got nothing to lose. I'd love to work with you on some music production, some music theory, whatever it may be that you feel like you need some help with. All right. I think that's it. I will see you all next week. Have a great weekend. All right. Bye-bye.